Shadow of the Tomb Raider has to be one of my favourite of the genre. There's just so many aspects to this game, from the stealth action, combat, and all of the skill tree to match. This, believe it or not, is low settings, holding 60 frames per second solid on Steam Deck. And I must admit, I didn't realise I was on low until I went into the settings. As you can see here, it is marked as playable, as the launcher for Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a bit odd, and we get a couple of warnings for Linux distribution and also the GPU drivers that don't really make much difference once you're in the game, but it does flag them in the initial launcher. The display settings of that launcher aren't very useful, but we don't need to worry about that until we get into game, as we get full control of all the graphics in the main menu. As you can see here, it was on low settings, so 60 frames per second on low is absolutely fine, but I thought I'd dial it up to medium and see how it performed. It does look a bit better, but the frames do drop into the 40s and 50s. As you can see in the cutscene here, it does look incredibly good, and even on the Steam Deck it looks absolutely pin sharp. I really am in awe of this game on Steam Deck, as it just looks so good. And you can see that even more as we come out into the open here in part of the early sequence. Looking out over the mountain just looks absolutely brilliant. Although dipping into the 40 frames per second and down into the 30s in some of the combat does ruin the abilities just a little bit. So I would recommend running this on custom settings between low and medium to get that good balance, because holding 60 frames per second will really help in a lot of that combat. I'll leave you with a bit more of the combat here on medium settings so you can see just how well it performs even on those lower frames. Let us know in the comments below if there is a game that you are interested in, and if it's in our library we'll take a look. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.